Chosen one, the tests of life don't always come labeled with instructions or time limits. They arrive quietly, hidden in moments of waiting, heartbreak, or rejection. When doors closed in your face and opportunities slipped away, you weren't being denied. You were being refined. Every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every season of silence was part of a test designed to strengthen you, not destroy you. And though you felt invisible, heaven was watching your every step, seeing how you responded when no one else applauded your endurance. Think about it. When friends turned their backs on you, when you lost what you thought you couldn't live without, and when you had to carry burdens no one else understood, that was the test. You didn't even know you were taking it, yet you kept showing up with faith in your heart, even when you doubted yourself. That's what set you apart. You weren't just surviving, you were passing trials that many would have collapsed under. Your perseverance was your answer sheet, your tears were your ink, and your strength became the proof that you were chosen for more. Now, as you stand on the edge of a new season, God whispers, "You've passed." Can you look back and see how far you've come? Share your testimony in the comments below. It could be the very encouragement another chosen one needs today. And don't forget to subscribe to Awakened Era so we can continue this journey of awakening together. The most difficult seasons of your life were not wasted. They were the soil in which your strength was planted. In those long silences where it seemed like your prayers were bouncing back unanswered, growth was quietly happening beneath the surface. You didn't see it, but roots were spreading deep into the ground, preparing you to carry the weight of greater blessings. Silence was not a punishment, it was preparation. Think about the caterpillar inside its cocoon. To the outside world, it looks like nothing is happening, just stillness, just waiting. But within that silence, transformation is taking place. That's what your silent seasons were, a cocoon moment. While others may have thought you were stuck or stagnant, heaven was preparing you to emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever. The loneliness, the delays, the unanswered questions, they were all part of the shaping process. So the next time you look back at the quiet chapters of your journey, see them for what they truly were, hidden seasons of growth. Have you noticed how much stronger and wiser you became after a time of silence? Share your reflection in the comments below, and if this message speaks to your heart, like this video so others can find it too. Rejection hurts. It feels like being pushed away, overlooked, or told you're not good enough. But what if rejection wasn't a loss at all? What if it was divine protection keeping you from places, people, and paths that would have harmed you? That person who walked away, that opportunity that didn't open, that friendship that dissolved, all of it was a shield, not a setback. You thought it was rejection, but in reality, it was redirection. Consider how many times in your life you thought you needed something desperately, only to later realize that if you had received it, it would have weighed you down or broken your spirit. That job you didn't get might have been a trap. That relationship that ended may have saved you from years of heartbreak. That closed door may have spared you from stepping into a situation that would have drained your soul. Rejection was God's way of whispering, "This is not for you. I have something better." You often underestimated your own strength because you were too busy surviving to notice it. But think about the storms you've weathered, the nights you've cried yourself to sleep, the battles you faced that no one else even knew about. That endurance didn't just appear. It was planted in you long ago. Every trial watered it, every loss strengthened it, and every moment of perseverance proved that you were built for more than ordinary survival. Endurance is like a muscle. It grows the more it's stretched. And your life has stretched you in ways you didn't even realize. Each hardship was a weight you lifted. Each heartbreak was resistance that built your inner strength. While others may have folded under the same pressures, you endured. And endurance is not something that can be faked. It's revealed only in fire, and you pass through flames without losing your light. Loneliness can feel like the heaviest weight, a silence that echoes louder than words. For many seasons you may have asked, "Why am I walking this path alone?" But loneliness was never meant to break you. It was meant to teach you. It stripped away distractions, it removed false connections, and it gave you space to hear your own soul. In those quiet hours, you discovered your own voice and grew closer to the truth of who you really are. Think of how loneliness shapes even the strongest among us. Great leaders, thinkers, and visionaries often walked through lonely roads before their influence spread. It's in solitude that creativity sparks, vision sharpens, and inner strength develops. Your loneliness was not emptiness, it was training. It was the moment heaven cleared the room so you could discover that your worth doesn't come from a crowd but from within. So instead of despising loneliness, begin to honor what it taught you. There are battles no one knows you fought, the tears you cried in secret, the prayers whispered in silence, the nights you chose faith over fear. These silent battles may not have had witnesses, but they had purpose. You proved your resilience without applause, without recognition, without validation. And because you fought those battles privately, the rewards you are about to receive publicly will astonish those around you. Not all victories are visible. Sometimes, the greatest triumphs happen within your spirit, the moment you refuse to let bitterness harden your heart, the time you chose forgiveness instead of revenge, the day you picked yourself up when no one offered a hand. These are victories no one may have celebrated with you, but they are victories nonetheless. Silent battles are sacred because they prepare you for visible breakthroughs. Patience often feels like punishment. Waiting tests your heart more than anything else, and yet patience was your hidden blessing. Every delay wasn't wasted time. It was shaping you, refining you, and aligning you with the right moment. What you thought was stagnation was actually preparation for acceleration. The waiting room you despised was a divine classroom, teaching you lessons you couldn't have learned anywhere else. Imagine if every dream you prayed for had come instantly. Without patience, you might not have developed the wisdom, gratitude, or maturity to sustain it. Waiting built in you a depth that instant gratification never could. Patience carved character, sharpened perspective, and grew resilience. You didn't just wait, you learned how to trust the process, and that trust will be the foundation of your release. Now, as you step into your new chapter, understand that patience was not wasted. It was the gift that prepared you for what's next. Delays can crush the spirit if we don't understand them. When blessings take longer than expected, when opportunities seem to vanish, and when timing feels unfair, it's easy to lose hope. But delays were never meant to deny you. They were meant to build your capacity. What's coming your way carries weight, and you needed time to grow strong enough to hold it. Delays weren't punishment. They were divine pauses. Think of a fruit that ripens before its time. It may look ready, but the taste is sour and the growth is incomplete. In the same way, receiving blessings too early can become a burden instead of a gift. That's why your blessings were delayed. They were maturing. You were maturing. The stage wasn't set yet, but now the breakthrough that once felt impossible is closer than ever. So instead of mourning the delays, prepare for the acceleration ahead. Chosen one, you've walked through fires you didn't think you could survive. But the truth is, those fires didn't consume you, they refined you. Every loss, every heartbreak, every disappointment burned away what wasn't meant for you and revealed the strength that was always inside of you. You may carry scars, but those scars are proof that you overcame flames that could have destroyed you. Fire reveals authenticity. Just as gold is purified through heat, your spirit was purified through trials. The pain was real, but so was the transformation. You emerged wiser, stronger, and more grounded in your truth. You no longer settle for less because the fire showed you your true worth. What once weakened you now empowers you, and that is why your release is near. There were times when it felt like you were invisible, overlooked, ignored, hidden away while others were celebrated. But your hidden season had a purpose. It was not neglect, it was protection. You were being covered while you grew, shielded from unnecessary battles and prepared in private for a future that will be revealed in public. Being hidden wasn't a setback, it was a strategy. Consider seeds buried in soil. They are unseen, yet growth is happening in silence. To the world, it looks like nothing is taking place, but underground, roots are forming and strength is being established. That's what your hidden season was. People may not have noticed you, but heaven was nurturing you for the right time of unveiling. So the next time you feel unseen, remind yourself, hidden doesn't mean forgotten. There were moments when you cried out for answers and felt like the heavens stayed silent. Every prayer seemed to vanish into thin air, every request left hanging in the balance. But unanswered prayers are not ignored prayers. Sometimes, the silence itself is an answer, a gentle way of redirecting you towards something greater than what you asked for. Looking back, can you see how some things you once begged for never came to pass and now you're grateful they did? What you thought you needed might have hurt you, limited you, or delayed your destiny. Heaven wasn't ignoring you, it was protecting you. Sometimes the best answer is not yes, but wait or not this. Every no and every silence was guiding you closer to your release. There's something powerful about blessings that don't come instantly. They feel heavier, richer, and more meaningful because of the journey it took to reach them. Delayed blessings carry depth. They arrive when you've matured enough to handle them. The wait builds appreciation, and the struggle makes the reward sweeter. Think of someone who plants a tree. The waiting period might feel endless, but once the roots grow deep and the branches spread wide, the harvest is abundant. That's what your life has been. Seeds planted long ago are finally ready to bloom. The delay was not wasted time. It was growth time. You were learning, transforming, and becoming the kind of person who could handle abundance with wisdom. So as your release comes closer, know this: the delay only makes the blessing more powerful. Pain has a way of teaching lessons that joy cannot. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every setback carried wisdom inside it. Though it felt like suffering at the time, pain was molding you, shaping you, and equipping you with compassion and resilience. You are wiser now because of what you endured. Think about how much you've grown through your hardest seasons. Pain taught you who truly cared, who you could lean on, and who was only there for convenience. It also taught you to value peace, to protect your spirit, and to recognize your own worth. The lessons you carry today are priceless treasures gained through experiences that once nearly broke you. So instead of despising your pain, thank it for its lessons. Falling is not failure, it's part of the process of rising. Every time you stumbled, every time life knocked you down, you found a way to get back up. That's the proof that you were never defeated, only refined. Falling showed you your limits, but rising showed you your strength. And every time you rose, you carried more wisdom than before. Remember the times you thought it was over for you, but somehow, you found the courage to try again. That resilience is why you've passed the test. Many people fall and stay down, but you chose to rise, again and again. That cycle of falling and rising was not weakness. It was preparation for the unstoppable life you're stepping into. So celebrate your rising moments, no matter how small they seemed. Forgiveness is one of the hardest tests a chosen one can face. It feels easier to hold on to anger, to replay the pain, to keep the wound alive. But forgiveness is not about excusing what was done. It's about freeing yourself. Every time you chose forgiveness, you released yourself from chains you didn't deserve to carry. Forgiving someone doesn't mean forgetting. It means you refuse to let bitterness poison your future. It takes tremendous strength to forgive when the hurt runs deep, but that choice is proof of your maturity. You didn't let anger define you. Instead, you chose peace, which opened the path to your release. That's why forgiveness is a sign of your strength, not your weakness. You've been through the refining fire, the waiting room, and the hidden seasons. Now comes the moment where release begins to unfold. Release means doors that were closed suddenly opening, opportunities flowing without struggle, and peace filling spaces that were once marked by chaos. It's the moment where what was delayed is finally delivered. This release isn't just about external blessings, it's about the inner freedom you've gained. The release is the weight lifted from your shoulders, the joy returning to your spirit, and the certainty that you're stepping into the life meant for you all along. Everything you went through wasn't random, it was preparation for this exact season. So when the release comes, don't shrink back, step boldly into it. Every test prepared you for the doors you're about to walk through. These doors represent new opportunities, divine connections, and breakthroughs that once felt out of reach. But here's the truth. You're no longer the same person who first knocked. You're wiser now, stronger now, and ready to step into these spaces with confidence. When new doors open, it's natural to feel nervous. But remember, you didn't endure all those silent seasons just to arrive unprepared. You passed the tests that qualified you for this. You are equipped to handle the responsibility, the abundance, and the influence on the other side of these doors. What once intimidated you will now feel like second nature because you were built for it. So as you walk through, hold your head high, you belong here. The release doesn't stop at just one blessing. It brings overflow. Overflow is when blessings pour into your life in such abundance that they spill into the lives of those around you. It's when your cup runs over and you're no longer striving but thriving. After years of giving, enduring, and sacrificing, you are now positioned to receive more than enough. Overflow means your finances stretch further, your peace grows deeper, and your opportunities multiply beyond what you imagined. This isn't about greed, it's about alignment. When you're aligned, blessings naturally chase you. Your endurance, patience, and faith weren't just for survival, they were the seeds that are now bringing harvest. All those nights of doubt, all those tears you cried, all those times you almost gave up, they're leading to fulfillment. This is the season where promises meet reality. You no longer just hear about blessings, you begin to live them. The vision that once lived in your heart is now unfolding in front of your eyes. Fulfillment doesn't erase the pain of the journey, but it redeems it. Suddenly, every rejection makes sense, every delay feels worth it, and every hardship looks like a stepping stone. You realize you weren't forgotten. You were chosen for a timing that required preparation. And now that the promise is fulfilled, you'll see how every piece of the puzzle fit perfectly together. So embrace the fulfillment with gratitude and joy. Chosen one, this isn't just the end of a trial, it's the beginning of a brand new chapter. The tests you endured have written your past, but the release you're stepping into is writing your future. A future full of clarity, abundance, and peace. The new chapter isn't a repeat of the old, it's an upgrade, a higher level, a fulfilled destiny. As you move forward, remember that this journey isn't just about you, it's about the lives you will impact. Every pain you endured gives you compassion for others. Every test you pass becomes wisdom you can share, and every blessing you receive can overflow into the people around you. Your story is bigger than you. It's part of something eternal. So step into this new chapter with courage and expectation. What do you believe your new chapter will hold? Share your vision in the comments below. And if this message resonated, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Awakened Era community where chosen ones rise together. Your release has come. Now it's time to live it.